In sports betting, most people try their best to make the perfect bet. However, betting is a game of chance and errors are bound to happen. Here is a list of the most common sports betting mistakes that people make, as well as suggestions on how these can be avoided. 1. Having unrealistic expectations. The vast majority of people will lose more money than they make with sports betting. Yet so many people go into this believing they'll be the one to break the jinx. Keep in mind that even the most experienced sports bettors are only looking to win about 55% of their picks against the spread, and they feel really good about that. So if you're planning on spending more time on sports betting, then keep your hype in check and you'll have a clearer mind to make better decisions. If you want a real chance of winning money, you really have to work hard at it. 2. Betting too much. If you try to use sports betting as a get-rich-quick scheme, you're overwhelmingly more likely to find yourself losing everything quickly. With that said, do not put more money into your bankroll than you are both willing and financially comfortable losing. If you're diligent and disciplined, you can indeed make some money with your wagers, but it's not something that happens overnight. 3. Neglecting bankroll management. This could very well be one of the most important errors to avoid. Even the best of sports forecasters can end up losing a lot of money if they do not keep track of how they're wagering from one bet to another. You must remain disciplined at all times. You must always have a clear staking plan in mind. The main advantage of bankroll management is that it should prevent you from losing money that you can't afford to lose. It should also prevent you from chasing losses, which is a big mistake in itself, or from betting too much just because you appear to be on a winning streak. It can even help you make better betting decisions. 4. Chasing losses. Chasing losses will likely happen to anyone at some point in their sports betting history, but avoiding it as much as possible will save you plenty of heartaches. You must simply concede that you've lost and keep your cool. You don't have to immediately find a match to chase your losses. And by all means, you must not place a bet on a match you would pass under normal circumstances. In high-tension moments, like losing a match due to a late goal or a wrong umpire decision, you're advised to take a break and calm down. 5. Blaming luck. Luck indeed has its role in sports betting. Every now and then, something extremely unlikely is going to happen that will cause you to win or lose a wager. However, it is part of our natural bias to explain away responsibility for negative results. Blaming luck for your losing picks and taking full credit for your winning picks will create a feedback loop that prevents you from becoming a seasoned sports bettor. It's important to look at your losing bets and figure out what went wrong and if there was something you missed when analyzing that particular game. Additionally, by tracking your wins and losses, you can go back and see if there are any particular negative trends you need to correct. 6. Not learning basic strategies. Most people who bet on sports to make a profit understand the importance of learning some strategies. However, the majority of those who bet for fun make the mistake of completely overlooking strategy. Learning basic sports betting strategy is a great way to improve your chances of winning. You will be surprised at how straightforward most of the basic strategies are. With just a small amount of time and research, beginners can quickly get themselves up to speed so that they can make better informed decisions when betting on sports. 7. Betting every game. Some people may get the idea of betting on every game to reduce variance. They may believe that they're good enough to win 55% of picks against the spread, and by doing so they'll make plenty of profit. However, this is just not the case. Value is king in sports betting, and if you're betting every game, then you're overlooking which plays are going to be a value. Value betting means that you make a bet where the probability of winning the bet is higher than what the bookmaker's odds reflect. 8. Being short-sighted. It's easy to get caught up in the old adage, "What have you done for me lately?" This is a dangerous thought process to hold with sports betting though. Good teams have off weeks, so don't be scared off by a team who has an off week or two, especially if they've already proven they are a competitive team for the current year or season. In any sport, the best teams do not win every game, so do not take one loss or two as a turning point for the worse. 9. Betting blind. When placing a wager, you must always research on the teams you want to bet on so that you can make the most informed decision possible. Even though there is always going to be an element of luck in sports betting, the level of chance can be reduced with proper research. Remember, sometimes the favorites do lose. 10. Not shopping lines or odds. One of the beautiful things about online betting sites is that they make it super simple for you to shop your betting lines. However, many folks don't realize this, or they neglect to do it, and it costs them money. As much as possible, you should always shop your betting lines to make sure that you're getting the best deals for your wagers. All you have to do is compare the odds and lines available at different bookmakers and betting sites, and make sure that you place your wagers wherever you find the best deals. You must have at least a few sportsbooks at your disposal and place your wagers wherever you can get the best odds or the best line. Comparing odds and lines isn't overly time-consuming, so there's really no excuse for not doing it. 11. Ignoring match betting. Match betting is a technique whereby sports bettors can take advantage of free bets and other promotions offered by betting companies in order to make a risk-free profit. These free bets will allow you to cover more possible outcomes of a bet and enhance your chances of making a profit. 12. Betting under the influence. Betting and alcohol are a bad combination in any circumstance. Why do you think casinos give out free booze at the slots and card tables? They know you'll make poor decisions with some alcohol in you, and they'll make way more money from you on those bad decisions than they would be having you pay for those drinks. Alcohol clouds judgment, and clouded judgment invariably leads to losing money when betting. 13. Betting on your favorite team. Betting on your favorite teams or player is one of the worst traps that some bettors fall into. Unless you can control your feelings when your team is playing, then you should eliminate every thought associated with betting on them. Obviously, sometimes your predictions will be confirmed, but if you think your club can win every match, then you're putting emotions before logic. There is no room for personal bias or favoritism if you're serious about making money betting on your favorite sports. 14. Not keeping basic records. It's always a good idea to keep some records. You should at least track your bankroll and betting performance history. By monitoring both of these, you'll have a better pulse of what's happening in your sports betting efforts. A data-driven approach to betting can provide very valuable insights to bettors. In this way, you can create somewhat of a roadmap which shows where you stand and in which direction you should be going with your betting. 15. Not cashing out. You need to make sure that you always cash out your winning betting tickets. Like a winning lottery ticket, your winning bet ticket doesn't translate into cash until you cash it out. Unfortunately, we hear often of folks who forget to cash out their ticket. As soon as you can, after winning your bet, do your best to cash it in. By doing this, you'll be less likely to forget or lose your winning wager. (16) Betting on credit. Simply put, if you don't have cash available to bet on sports, then you should not be betting on sports. Betting on a credit is a terrible mistake, as you end up paying interest on the funds that you're borrowing. In the end, betting on credit will cost you much more than if you had just wagered with your own money. If you can't pay for basics like rent, food, and amenities, then do not bet on sports. Any attempt to use sports betting as a way to turn around your fortunes will only end in more misery. 17. Not balancing sports betting with other activities. Don't let betting consume the major part of your day. Balance it with other fun activities. Taking long, frequent breaks will help you to make better betting decisions. Even though we covered 17 common sports betting mistakes in this video, we cannot cover all the mistakes that people make out there. So even if you follow our advice to the T, it's likely that you'll still make a few other mistakes. We all make betting mistakes. However, making too many avoidable mistakes will certainly diminish your bankroll. We shared all these negatives with you in the hope that it will save you from making these common sports betting mistakes. Thank you for watching. Which tip did you find most useful? Please comment below. If this video has been useful to you and you think it can help someone, please share it. Also, please subscribe and like. Also, there is a free download that helps to systemize your sports betting. This download helps you to take the gambling out of sports betting. This free book outlines verifiable betting strategies that work. Download a copy of the Sports Investing Bible for free. Click the link in the description.